Mickey is reprinted every time he dies, all his data is saved, and he gets a whole new body. They do all kinds of regular uploads of memories and re-implant them back in his brain. The body printing and memory transplanting procedure caused so many ethical and religious issues that it was banned on Earth, and they only allow it now in outer space for expendables like Mickey. From the second he left the atmosphere, they made him work tirelessly on this planet. Mickey was told that he needed to go out in space to restore cables, but that wasn't the plan. Mickey tells them that he is confused as to why he is here because the cables seem to be present right here. They tell him that it's only going to get worse from here and he may also experience a fever. The truth is, he is experiencing an unthinkable level of radiation at the moment, which is the main reason he was sent out here in the first place. They ask him to give them a whole description of his symptoms. They wanted to experiment on how his body would respond to the intense radiation he was exposed to, how long it will take until his skin starts to burn, how long until he goes blind, and, of course, how much time he has until he is finally dead. The doctor in the lab tells him to take off his gloves so that they can see what's happening under his spacesuit, but unexpectedly, his hand is cut off by a blade. The doctors in the lab shouted and laughed at what happened as if it were a common thing. They control his medications and doses. They don't care about the pain he will be experiencing or what might make him feel uncomfortable. They collect blood samples from his eyes, mouth, ears, and rectum. The female doctor assures him, saying his suffering will be done soon. There is no workers' comp, no unions, no pension or benefits. Mickey has no choice but to continue doing this, because if he returns to Earth, he might not even live. One of his friends tells him that macarons would sell better than burgers. Mickey trusted him and got an enormous loan from some guy to open a macaron store. As days go by, people who work for the guy who lent them money capture them and bring them before the guy. They see the guy brutally torturing a man for not paying the money he owed on time. They still had days left till the date of their payment, but the guy wanted to make sure that they knew what would happen if they didn't pay the money on time. They chase anyone who misses the deadline to the ends of the Earth. They decided to get off Earth because they had no family, and Mickey applied to the colony expedition, but there were a lot of people waiting to get accepted on that list, just like Mickey. Mickey thought he had a better chance of being expendable without reading the whole application and terms. He didn't have any skills that would help, so he had no choice but to be one. He applied to be expandable without reading the whole terms and conditions properly, while his friend Timo has found himself a position as a flitter pilot, even though he got his learner's permit about a week ago. Mickey was so traumatized by what the guy who lent the money did that he wanted to leave Earth immediately so that he couldn't hunt him down and torture him. He is asked to follow a woman who explained to him how extreme the job is, but she assumed he already knew that from the application form he didn't read. She showed him the lab where most of the procedures take place. There's a giant tank downstairs called a cycler. It takes organic waste produced in the spaceship, like apple peels, chicken bones, rotten eggs, dead bodies, and human waste. Then it combines, refines, and recycles them, and sends a portion to a printer with raw materials for the human body. Once someone dies and the committee approves, it'll print a new version of the body within 20 hours. After she did a body scan, she uploaded his memories. It is called a personality backup. He has to do this once a week so he doesn't have any big gaps every time they print him out. They use a little brick-sized device to copy the brain. He is injected with a special solution that brings back old memories. Memories even further back from his childhood. Mickey cries in his room with the thought of the past and the guilt he feels for causing an accident that led to his mother's death. The woman tells him that the final step to becoming expandable is dying and pulling the trigger while Mickey stares at her with an accepting look. He began his 4.5-year journey as Mickey 1. The spaceship is strict about a lot of things, even about the calorie intakes of each person, which are measured, and if they go beyond, they will be exposed in front of everyone in the cafeteria by an announcement. Mickey starts questioning the choice he has made while he is sitting in the cafeteria, surrounded by all these people. The commissioner, Kenneth Marshall, and his wife suddenly walked into the cafeteria. People started cheering for them, and Mickey wasn't sure what he was doing there. But then she saw Nasha. She was sitting there, unfazed by all the cheering around her, and she looked like she hated to be here as much as Mickey. Nasha invited him to sit with her, and he joined her. She gives him her food, and they make conversation. After that, they start having physical relationships with each other and seeing each other often. The commissioner announced that they plan to conserve food resources until they arrive at Niflheim, the new planet. So to maximize their survival rate, they plan to cut back on activities that take up so many calories, like sexual intercourse. They announced that they are planning to ban all sexual activities on the ship. The crowd murmured in disappointment after the announcement was made. The commissioner then promised that once they arrived at Niflheim and had secured their food production, they would launch the greatest sex encouragement campaign in history. His 4-year stay would have felt much longer if it weren't for Nasha by his side. She made his stay easier, and he felt like he wasn't, even though he had to go through all those inhumane procedures again and again. She stayed with him in the best of times and kept by his side in the worst. He once thought boarding on this ship was a mistake, but now he is glad he did. He thinks to himself, not everyone gets lucky enough to find a soulmate like this. Nasha is an all-in-one elite agent. She is a soldier, a police officer, and a firefighter. Mickey isn't sure what she knows in him, but he is grateful to have her. Rather than the Nasha people weren't exactly kind to Mickey, so Nasha sometimes had to step in and defend him. Nasha is territorial about Mickey, and he is also really fond of her. As for his job, he had no choice but to do what was expected of him and be part of the team. He is sent out on the ice. He is used to collecting viruses in the air, and from that the medical team will come up with an antidote. His body is disposed of in the cycler every time he dies. He is like a human lab rat. Thanks to Mickey, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16, after a major series of getting stabbed, gassed, dumped, and burned, they got the vaccine. One day they are sent to an ice cave to investigate. One of the team members falls inside a small hole, and in an attempt to bring her out, they discover a new species of aliens that live here. The aliens are everywhere in the cave, and as one of the members shoots upwards in an attempt to kill one of the aliens, she dies by the ice block she shoots falling on her. The commissioner is upset that a team member with abilities died instead of the expandable. He called the aliens creepers, and as a punishment, Mickey's shift doubled, working 14 hours a day, 7 days a week, until he brought one of the creepers as a sample. Mickey falls into the ice cave from above, and luckily he is still alive. Timo stares down at him, surprised he hasn't died, asking him what it feels like to die. Even though this is his 17th time, he hates it every time. He lies down patiently, waiting to be eaten by the giant creeper. The creeper starts dragging him out instead of eating him. Mickey wonders why he hasn't been eaten yet, as the creeper drags him even further. The creeper turns out to be a mother, and all of her little ones start surrounding Mickey. Mickey thinks to himself, this is the moment I will be eaten. The little ones started taking him outside elsewhere and left him there. Why haven't they eaten me? Mickey asks himself, and tries to communicate with the creeper using its language. Mickey finds a truck that goes to the ship and gets on it. Mickey wanted to know for how long he had been out there. He changes to warmer clothes and goes to his room. When he gets to his room, he finds another person sleeping on his bed. It was another him. They imprinted another version of him because they thought he was dead. Mickey is worried about how there are two of them. They are multiples, and that's strictly forbidden. Mickey 17 and Mickey 18 start fighting about who gets to live and who gets to die because there can't be two of them. When imprinting technology was introduced to the world, one of the scientists behind human printing turned out to be a psychopath. There was a serial killer who particularly targeted brutal murders of homeless people, and only one eyewitness. The witness verified it was indeed him based on the exact appearance he had by the killer. The police thought they had found the murderer, but the scientist had an alibi. At the time of the murder, he was getting his makeup done for a children's talent show. The police raided his house and they brought 2 sets of handcuffs. There were 2 of them, one of the murders and one of the alibis. While Scientist 1 and 2 are in prison, another homeless man is brutally murdered. Mickey wakes up to Mickey 18, dragging him to the cycler, and they start fighting. Just as Mickey 18 is about to throw him in, Mickey 17 proposes an offer. He says they can coexist and split the workload. They can take turns dying too. 18 can take all even numbers, and 17 will take the odd ones. Mickey 18 asks him why he is afraid of dying if he dies all the time. Mickey 18 isn't fond of Mickey 17 and tries to kill him, but as they are fighting, a person approaches the room. It is Time with another person. He is supposedly selling drugs on the ship. Mickey 8 suggests that they kill Timo. He walks up to Timo and starts fighting him. He tries to shove him to the cycler, but Mickey 17 helps Timo up. The Mickeys fight each other, one to kill Timo and one to save him. Nasha walks into the room, asking them what was happening. Mickey 18 burns Timo and threatens him not to say anything, while Mickey 17 hides. They tell them he accidentally fell into the hole. Nasha takes Mickey 18 to his room, and Mickey 17 watches them as they get close to each other. The commissioner's assistant tells him he has been looking for him and that he has won a private dinner with the commissioner marshal. Mickey 17 goes to the commissioner's house and shoves the food in his mouth in a rushed manner. The commissioner apologizes for saying unkind things to Mickey. Mickey says nothing and continues eating fast. The commissioner also invited the close friend of the soldier who died in the ice cage, Kai. He tells Kai that he invited her here not only to pay his respects for her lost friend, but also to invite her to be part of his vision. With her impeccable genetics, she would be the perfect specimen for the colony he envisioned. The commissioner is creating a world on a pure white planet full of superior people. He tells Kai that she is a perfect candidate for Niflheim's natural child birthing program. Kai laughs and accuses the commissioner of being disrespectful. The commissioner and his wife apologize and start praying for her lost friend, but then suddenly, Mickey starts throwing up on the floor. The meat he had eaten had experimental growth hormones. The doctor apologizes for the incident. Kai steps back as Mickey vomits violently. The meat was part of an unreleased batch. The atmosphere grows tense as Mickey's condition stabilizes, leaving the room silent and uneasy. Mickey has rashes on his neck and is showing different symptoms, and crying in agony. The doctor offers to give Mickey the special painkiller they have been developing, because this would be a great chance to test it. The doctor injects Mickey with the painkiller, and Mickey gets up and starts having another symptom, showing that the painkiller isn't working. The commissioner offers to end his pain by shooting him, but Mickey says he is okay, and begs him not to kill him. Mickey thanks the commissioner for the dinner and tries to get to his room with the help of Kai, but he is unable to, so Kai takes him to hers, and makes him tea for his stomach problems. Kai starts asking Mickey a series of questions, and they have a deep conversation about death. She is worried about her deceased friend who won't come back like Mickey can. Mickey pats her shoulders, trying to comfort her, but as he is about to kiss him, he gets away and runs back to his room. When he gets to his room, Nasha welcomes him, and she isn't at all surprised that there are two of them. Rather, she is excited and laughing about what happened. Nasha and Mickey 18 took a drug together, which explains her behavior. The Mickeys start arguing, but Nasha tells them to behave, promises to help them, and proposes a solution. Nasha and Mickey 17 start having intimate moments while Mickey 18 is there, but Mickey 17 is uncomfortable with it. Nasha convinces him to stay and enjoy the moment. Meanwhile, the door was open this entire time, and Kai walked into the room while two of them were present. Kai came to the room to give him the tea she had made for him, and witnessed the violation of multiples. Kai proposed they share the Mickeys. Kai will be Mickey 17, and Nasha will be 18. Nasha gets mad and shouts down her idea. The Mickeys are in the other room talking about what happened to Mickey 17, and Mickey 18 gets mad that Mickey 17 didn't do anything at dinner while he was being abused and disrespected. Mickey 18 plans to kill the commissioner and heads out to where the commissioner is. The commissioner is hosting a TV show on the ship. He is having a ceremony where he cuts a big rock in half. Mickey 18 walks into the crowd, determined to kill the commissioner, but as he is about to shoot, a creeper comes out of the hole of the rock and runs out to the crowd. The crowd gets into chaos while trying to kill the creeper. Mickey tries to communicate with the creeper and puts it inside a bag. Meanwhile, Mickey 18 shoots the commissioner and misses. Nasha takes Mickey down, and the commissioner commands an immediate arrest of Mickey 18. Another creeper attacks the commissioner and they kill it. The two Mickeys and Nasha get arrested for the attempt to murder the commissioner. Nasha tells Mickey to say he was aiming for the creeper. Mickey 17 tells Nasha that the creeper didn't attack him at the cave, instead it rescued him. Nasha realized that the creeper might not be as dangerous as they thought. Timo comes to the room where the Mickeys and Nasha are arrested and tells Mickey that he has to kill him. The guy who lent them money asks Timo to shoot a video of him torturing Mickey and cutting off his body parts. If he does that, the guy promises to let him live. Timo brings out a camera and a chainsaw to kill Mickey and record it. Timo allows them to choose which Mickey he will kill. They didn't want to choose, so Timo decided to kill Mickey 17. Mickey 18 offers to take Mickey 17's place if Timo will give him some drugs. Timo agrees and tries to hand him the drug. Mickey 18 pulls his hand instead, takes the keys from him, and escapes with Nasha. Nasha almost cuts Timo's head off with a chainsaw when soldiers appear and stop her. Mickey was so touched by Nasha's stand about him, but then he remembered how she has always been protective over him and how she has always loved him. Nasha and the Mickeys are captured and taken to the commissioner, and when they look outside, they see a number of creepers outside the ship. Apparently, after the baby creeper has been caught, and after they hear it cry, the creepers start gathering, circling all night, and they are coming every minute. One of the doctors sees Mickey trying to communicate with the baby, and tells Mickey she's working on a translating device. The commissioner's wife cuts off the tails of the baby creeper and uses it as an ingredient for her sauce. But as the baby creeper makes more screams, the creepers start to gather and exceed in numbers. The commissioner burns the face of Mickey 18 so that he can tell them apart. He commanded the immediate execution of the Mickeys and the deletion of their being from the brick. Nasha tries to talk the commissioner out of killing them, saying that Mickey did what he did out of concern for the commander's safety. Nasha crashes out and starts cursing out the commander, as everybody stands in silence, shocked by her courage to speak up. The commissioner threatens to kill the baby creeper and ties it to a rope. He makes Nasha bite the rope, and if she drops it, the baby creeper will be thrown into the cycler. The soldiers notice how the commissioner is abusing his power and start recording. The commissioner plans to gas all of the creepers to exterminate them. The commissioner's wife offers the Mickeys a chance. She suggested that they go out of the ship to where the creepers are and cut off their tails. The first Mickey to bring back 100 creeper tails will be the winner, and he will get to live. They make both Mickeys wear bomb suits, so if they try to escape, the commissioner will touch a button and they will explode. The Mickeys get sent outside, and one of the doctors gives them a translator device they can use to communicate with the creeper. They walk to the mother creeper and start communicating with it using the translator. The mother creeper says they will start a war if the commissioner kills the baby creeper on the ship. The creeper says it will be an extinction, and the voices they will create will explode the brains and the eyes of all humans. Mickey, 17, tries to tell the commissioner about it, but the commissioner doesn't understand him. Nasha understands him, but she is unable to speak with the rope in her mouth. The commissioner's assistant and wife advise the commissioner to communicate with the creeper before exterminating them with gas, and want to capture the moment with cameras to show the world how brave the commissioner is. The commissioner agrees and plans to head out with a camera crew and an army. The creeper demands one of them must be killed because they have killed one of them before. Nasha attacks the commissioner's wife and demands to take the baby to the mother creeper. The commissioner's wife tries to kill the baby creeper, but Nasha quickly saves it. The soldiers keep the wife under control and accuse both her and the commander of abuse and acts of cruelty that far exceed their authority. Nasha runs to deliver the baby creeper to the mother. The commissioner isn't able to identify the mother creeper as they are all gathered in groups. Mickey 17 attacks the commissioner and fights him. Nasha returns the baby to its mother as they watch Mickey 17 touch the button that blows both him and the commissioner. The commissioner's wife cries as she watches her husband die, but finally, peace is restored. Nasha makes a speech as a member of the committee. Human printing has been permanently abolished, and on this day, the human printer will be burned to ashes. Mickey thinks about how far he has come. The day the commissioner got killed, the commissioner's wife got in shock and was admitted to a psych ward. It is later rumored that she killed herself there. Everyone else involved with the commissioner is arrested, except for Timo, who got released out on parole, but then later was captured by the guy who lent them money. Timo killed the guy and he got released in self-defense. The case of Mickey and Nasha, on the other hand, created a political fight. Nasha ran for the election and won with Mickey by her side supporting her. Mickey contacts the Creeper and asks it if the threats they made before are real. It turns out that the Creeper was bluffing and the sounds of the Creepers weren't dangerous at all. Nasha, now in a position of power, vows to use her voice to expose the lies and build something better. A new era begins uncertain but free. One day Mickey wakes up and goes to the lab, only to run into the commissioner's wife, and sees that the printing machine is still here as she tries to print out the commission. Mickey remembers she is dead and that all of this isn't real. It is just a bad dream, and when Mickey presses a button while Nasha finishes her speech, the human printer gets destroyed. Mickey is glad the printer is gone but feels guilty about all the other Mickeys who didn't get a chance to live. Mickey finally realizes that he deserves to be happy and embraces this moment. He stands in the silence, the machine's hum now gone, breathing deeply for the first time. The guilt lingers, but so does something new hope. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our recap. Like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.